I buy your comedy concert, I didn't get it for free, it makes me actually assess whether or not my thing was a good investment. And if you prove to me it is, I become more loyal to you because now we're in a relationship. That makes sense.
Out of Rebirth. WiseSerpent.com.
Yeah, so yeah, I failed to execute yesterday with the Daily Serpent and the Art of Rebirth. Didn't even post a video for the Art of Rebirth. I mean, but that's the beauty of slow and steady, because in 10 years time it doesn't matter, because right now I don't have a team, and you can justify yourself or whatever, whatever your priorities are, but I just encourage people to take the light and easy approach in life, because otherwise you get burnt out. I know that all too well from my past. So anyway, I just wanted to show a clip from a couple of years ago, and this is just pre-production, and this is just me figuring out a style guide, and the logo is completely different. It's not even what it was. The Infinite 8 symbol, that's the old one, this is the new one, was this one. But anyway, this is a couple of years ago. So I've been working on content for a long time, but I haven't been releasing anything because I needed to get my strategy in place and actually get my house in order, build the infrastructure, and it's a bare minimal model right now. It's barely put together. But anyway, I want to show this clip. This is a little bit of a conversation from the Joe Rogan show podcast. Well, can't even remember what his show is actually called, but it's Joe Rogan and Billy Cogan from the Smashing Pumpkins, and it's just they're just talking about sales and branding and a little bit about the music industry, and I just wanted to show you this and show that there's a bleed, and there's definitely a bleed between the Daily Serpent and the Art of Rebirth show, because the content you're looking at, the style of this, the way that it's filtered, and it's almost a little bit cartoony looking. I think looking in the future, I think it's going to be rotoscoped, if that's the right word. Literally like Waking Life, if you've seen that film. So anyway, this is it kind of looks almost like, an old school video game kind of thing. It's not groundbreaking, but I just like how gritty it is, and the colors, how they bleed. So yeah, I'm just was experimenting with content, and so I wanted to show this clip just to show that bleed over in between, and I've got the hashtag WiseSerpent Underground on there. So it's not just Art of Rebirth content and the style guide for Art of Rebirth. I want to use that same style guide and bleed it over to WiseSerpent content in general, and so you'll find that with the Underground blog / magazine at wiseserpentunderground.com. There's a lot of bleed over, and it's just I can't help myself in that when I'm painting as an artist, I like to let things be free and breathe, and so every day is a different expression, and so I don't want to be stuck I hate being stuck in a box. So the idea with WiseSerpent is obviously to have a container that can overflow. It gives some consistency, some brand consistency throughout, or the shape shifting. Because I've done so many pilot episodes of things, pilot episodes of this, that, and the other. So I really can't do them all without a team. And so right now, this is just the bare minimum of just putting stuff together, releasing something out into the world every day, and then build the team as it comes along. Because I'll be doing this. I was thinking this morning, maybe I just won't do it anymore because I'll just wait to have a team, so it's just so much easier. But it's easy enough to put out a video every day. It doesn't need to be amazing. It's just, so check out this clip anyway. I think I'm framing it up like this at the moment, but eventually I think I'll probably just be putting the content straight out, probably without even framing it up like this, without doing an introduction or anything. But in real time, I'm kind of wanting to document the process of putting this show together from concept to execution and see it evolve from humble beginnings. So I just know with post-production it can take a long time just to do a simple video. Like last night I was up to 4 a.m. Like I said, I failed to actually execute, so I was late on my video posting. I didn't even do the Art of Rebirth one. So, but the thing is, I don't care. Like I've made a commitment to myself over and above anything to stay free, stay stress-free, stay light and easy, and know that this is a game. And don't take it too seriously. Like, don't lock yourself in a prison. Oh, I need to get this done. I need to get... Nah. I just love hanging out with people, love working with people, and that's my priority. So once the team is built, then we'll actually be able to... I've got the strategy, but executing is probably going to be pretty hard to do it really well until I get that team. So that's the next step for why Serpent is building out a team that can work together and achieve a common goal, and everyone basically try and build a dream job for everyone, at least for a season, until maybe they want to move on and do something. And if they can build their own personal brand in the process, that'll be great. Anyway, peace, guys. Check out this clip. Check out the style. Let me know what you think. And like I said, there's bleed over between the different stuff, the black and white content and the Art of Rebirth content. But yeah, this was from a couple years ago, totally different logo, and but you got to start somewhere, and just so I encourage you to just start with what you have, and if you've got a big vision, then just take a step. And so we're all about the Art of Rebirth. The beauty of transformation is about taking it slow and steady. And it's a get to, not a have to. It really is. Like, you should never feel like trapped in your dreams. That's the worst, and that's a heavy burden. So yeah, I just encourage the light and easy path, the path of least resistance. All right, check out this clip, and I'll catch you later. See you tomorrow. Peace. World peace, that is. Wise. Here it is.
People would find new music because of that in a way that they would have never found if the record companies and the radio stations had a lockdown on what got distributed.
Somebody did a study. It's my one piece of empirical evidence. Like the British Association of something, when it first became a real issue, did a study about people's fidelity to artists, whether they got something for free or they paid for it. And they found the loyalty was literally nil if they got it for free. That the actual act of purchasing something created a relationship that then created a sort of a desire to want to prove that the relationship was profitable. In essence, I buy your comedy concert, I didn't get it for free, it makes me actually assess whether or not my thing was a good investment, and if you prove to me it is, I become more loyal to you because now we're in a relationship.
That makes sense. Yeah, like you want to justify your purchase. It also makes sense like when I was coming up and we'd do comedy clubs and they would paper the room and, have give away free tickets.
Oh, God, right.
Audiences were terrible. They were terrible. You'd think that people would be thankful they got a free show. Nope, they were the worst, most unappreciative audiences because they didn't have anything invested in it.
That's it.
It totally makes sense. So you saw it coming. You saw Napster coming. You looked at it and you were like, this is something that is inevitable. We should probably figure out a way to
yeah, there's a piece of video of me from like 99 where I say the future of music is streaming.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Damn, you called that.
They put me in some documentary. I haven't seen it, but I've heard about it.
Yeah, I've always wondered, like, we're not on Spotify or with this podcast, but they have podcasts on it, but I'm like, well, where's the money? Like, where's it going? Like, you want me to be on, right? But where's it going? Like,
well, that's using Amazon as an example. Remember for years the rap on Amazon was they're not a profitable business?
Yeah.
And nobody could understand because it was this new model. Mm-hmm. Well, now you understand that business model is about growing the brand value.
Yeah.
In essence, if you grow the brand value, your net worth as a brand, it far outpaces whether or not you're profitable. Does it make sense?
Yes, it does. So
that's part of my argument now with music is the brand, and I'll use my brand, Smashing Pumpkins or the NWA, is far more valuable than my sort of profit loss on paper in the world of the open market. And so as long as you appreciate that, you won't let people come along and gut out your brand value. Like let's use a good positive example right now. GNR, reformed, Duff and Axl and Slash are out there. I just saw them at Madison Square Garden. I mean, that's proving to be a very durable brand. Right? Yeah. Now, you could argue how many records, nobody cares anymore. That's a durable brand.
Right.
The GNR brand or the Harley Davidson brand or the Joe Rogan brand, those are durable brands that are worth far more than you could sort of prove on paper.
The GNR one's a fascinating one to me because Axl just went off the rails and into the woods for so long, shooting his face up with a bunch of shit, and looks like he was just gone. Looks like we lost him. I mean, to me, as a kid, Guns N' Roses, they were like Welcome to the Jungle is like one of my all-time favorite songs when I was like 18 or whatever old I was when it came out. I mean, it was amazing. And then to see them just have this incredible success, and then Axl goes crazy.
But I would argue, and I don't mean this in a disparaging way, I would argue that the freedom in Axl and the path that they took is added to the brand.
I think so too, because people are so thankful they're back.
I would argue it differently. I think that when you look, and I'm speaking as a fan now, when I look at Axl Rose, I see a free person. That means more to me than whether he did the right thing in 2000X. I'm more interested in that.
That's a unique perspective. So you like the fact that he didn't give a fuck and he just went crazy.
I love that about Axl Rose. I love that about Axl Rose. I love that he doesn't give two fucks about anything. I think that's so fascinating because there are only a few American iconic artists that are truly free.
Yeah.
And the fact that, so it's like, was Hunter S. Thompson free? Or, it's like, we only have a few of those people.
Yeah.
Johnny Cash, right? Johnny Cash had some weird bad years, and was every year of Johnny Cash perfect? Was every year of Neil Young perfect? It's the sum total of what that person represents that I think is the durability. So we, as fans, we get into like, well, I don't like the new song, or I think that misses the mark. There's only one Guns N' Roses in the whole world, and I have fought like mightily internally to protect what the Smashing Pumpkins means. I know it's not for everybody, but there's only one Smashing Pumpkins. I know that. I knew that as a kid, and then I got a little lost in it, and I've come out the other side, and I realized that protecting what that brand is worth is so much more valuable than whether somebody liked one song or one album or something I said in 1992.
Music, art, wisdom. I'm Jesus Graceline Hunter, and this is my underground guide to the art of rebirth. Watch my story at wiseserpentunderground.com.